Hi guys, welcome back to Spiritualistik. Thank you so much for being here. Today we have another message from your spirit guides. Pick a card. If you would like to support me so we can keep creating this beautiful content for you, go ahead and check out our shop at spiritualistik.com, or feel free to check out my book, The Fool's Journey, on Amazon. So please select pile 1, 2, or 3, and I will see you at your reading. Hi there, Group 1. If you selected the Monera Tarot, then this is your reading. Today we're looking at a message from your spirit guides. I did do a pretty thorough pre-shuffle and cleansing of the energies, but I'm going to pull your situation. Perfect. Thank you. Oh, it wants to come along too. Okay, we have the 5 of Swords, 8 of Fire, 9 of Cups, and Ace of Air. First, 1 air, Ace of Swords. Okay, so there's some kind of truth that you're coming into. I'm hearing that you have already come into this truth. There's a change in your mindset that you've recently come to regarding a passion that you've always had, but have had a hard time communicating, only because there was some back and forth energy where maybe you were feeling like you were perhaps letting loose a little bit too much, and you didn't want to see yourself get hurt again in the future. But you're realizing this greater truth that it's worth it to speak your mind. And it's not worth it to necessarily be afraid of what other people have to say or what other people think. The only way that you can truly be happy is for you to be your unique self, follow what it is that you love. Don't be afraid to make changes in your life. And this means removing negative habits, bringing new, better habits into your life. I'm also feeling greatly that you've broken a large cycle that's been going on for the majority of your life. At this point, you're finding what really makes you happy, and you're feeling the want or need to let loose a little bit more. This could be part of your truth. I'm also seeing that there's potential that there's something that's going to come, like a piece of information that's going to come towards you that's going to help you ground yourself more. It's going to be coming from the heart. I'm really seeing the cleavage on this woman as well as this tobacco pipe. So something grounding is going to come to you from the heart, and it's going to bring you clarity on a situation so that the sun can set on it and you can finally get your closure after you had previously detached. Okay, that was pretty in-depth for you right off the bat. Let's see, message from your spirit guides, please, more in-depth. These came out with the other cards, but I wanted to take them piece by piece for you. We have the 7 of Earth, the Priest or High Priest, the Star, and the 7 of Fire. Okay, I'm hearing to pull the rest. So we have 7 of Water, Knight of Earth, and 8 of Air. Okay. So in this situation in the past, there wasn't equal give and take, but that's not what we're here to focus on. We're here to focus on the 77, the Star and the Priest in the middle, that you have always known that what you want is yours, and you've always known that it belongs to you, and you've always known how to acquire it. That's why you currently have it. That's why you're seeing this. However, 77, this path was brought to you to take you from changing your mind about fun. The fun in 5 is really standing out to me. I know it can come across as a change or a pain or a challenge, and it probably felt that way. But the end goal here was fun. The end goal was for you to enjoy the path, even though it might have been messy, because taking a direct route where you want to go would have taken all of the fun and pleasure and Venus energy and expression out of your journey. So with the 7 of Water, Knight of Earth, and 8 of Air here, I can see that you no longer have to hide yourself, what it is you're passionate about. You can finally fully stand in your power, and this was what the divine plan was for you all along. Now, you have a more stable foundation because you've expressed those innermost parts of yourself in whatever way this is. You released what you did not need, and accepted those parts of yourself that you wanted to keep inside. You brought them outside. So now you're no longer in your own mind about it. You might be a little bit hot and cold, but at the end of the day, you know in your soul, you know in your heart, the only thing that could be keeping you back is your mind, your overthinking, and perhaps finding a way to communicate this with others. This 8 here is bringing me back to this 8 of fire up here, so this passionate cycle you had going on connects with a potentially throat chakra blockage here that's going on, something to do with communication or overthinking or both. So in between fire and water, I would recommend that you try to ground yourself first and foremost. Find that earth energy, because remember that water plus earth is kapha, right? That can be a little schlumpy, and air plus fire can really make a big explosion. So I would recommend to work with those 2 elements, but try to add the air element to your feelings. Try to add feelings to your thoughts. Listen to your thoughts instead of your emotions. And when it comes to your passion and your inspiration and your creativity, still go for that, but make sure that you are being grounded first and foremost in these endeavors. This will help you balance out a little bit more. We'll check out the bottom of the deck energy for you. You have the Chariot. Perfect. Also Cancer energy. You are creating a stable home for yourself, a stable, beautiful feeling. You're creating some kind of art. This camera is letting me know that you're right now going to look back at this part of your life for the rest of your life. So it's important that you're moving in the direction that you are. The only reason you had a detour was to remind you and allow you to have a little bit of fun, because sometimes Cancer energy can be very parental, or it can be very much an inner child. And finding this balance, I'm sure, has been a journey for you in whichever way it's come up, but this is definitely the main focus here. I'm going to use the Mystical Shaman Oracle just to grab some more clarification for you right away. Tree of Life, 58. Okay, we have another 58 that fell under your 58, so 58, 58. Tree of Life and Standstill in reverse. Okay, so you're changing, breaking cycles, you are growing. You've gone deeply into your shadow aspect so that you can grow. Because only with deep roots can you grow very tall, right? So you're learning this and you're creating new habits, and this is taking you out of this stuck energy that you had placed yourself in, but were unaware. It was just this back and forth in your mindset about whether to follow your head or your heart. But your soul was never on the wrong path, and you knew that. That's where the lack of stress came from. Because I don't feel an anxious energy from you. I just feel too much thinking, too much back and forth. It's like trying to keep yourself stuck, afraid of your magic. 33. Mastery. You're afraid of your own you had been afraid of your own mastery. Now you're expressing it. It's not that you hadn't been utilizing it or standing in it, but it's that perhaps you weren't expressing it to your innermost surroundings, your closest surroundings. Yeah, upper world in reverse. Okay, so you very much have experience in the spiritual realms. You have a lot of experience bringing that energy down for yourself. Now you're manifesting, but now you are perhaps helping other people do the same, leading by example, perhaps literally or physically, verbally. So you're growing into what you were meant to be, and this is very unique. Since you have braved coming out into the open about your magic and your true nature, you probably have felt unique for a very, very long time, and now all of a sudden you might see 1,000,001 of people doing the same thing as you. You might start seeing things that make you feel like you are not 1 in a million like you have previously felt all this time. Remember, when this starts to come in, how you felt before. Be grateful that there are other people who have chosen the same path as you. And remember that this is also a good way to meet people, to make connections and expand. So yeah, your path will not be even the same as these people. These people are not out to get you. If somebody comes into your life, or a group of people comes into your life, and they start poking around, prodding, asking questions, energy healing in reverse. Okay, so this is going to be energy that wants you to help them heal. You need to listen. This is what they need. They don't want you to talk. They don't really want to learn from you. They want you to listen to them. But the reason that they are asking you to listen is because they know you have the answer. They just aren't ready to hear it. So this is where you're going to need to be a little more mature. Okay? And remember that you're not on the same path, so don't feel threatened if somebody's misunderstanding you, because they're never going to see things from your perspective with peace offering and priorities. Okay, so I saw 10:01 on the film as I was recording this. Something that it seems like maybe you've wanted for a long time, or a situation where there was like a standstill, or some kind of abrupt ending is going to come back for a peace offering. Just try to give you that closure. With mother, wife, sister, daughter in reverse, it could be some kind of unhealed feminine energy, or an energy that is uncomfortable with feminine energy. So it could, I swear that card just blinked at me. Wow. Oop. You have listen again. So right now you're definitely being called to listen, for sure, to the universe, to those around you. I'm seeing 1044, to your guides, to your intuition above all else. Trust your intuition. Vishnu above all else. Vishnu is the god of, like, constancy. He maintains. He gives life continually. So this is saying to keep showing up in the ways that you have been. You've been doing an amazing job. Listen to your surroundings a little bit more so that you can see what specifically is needed from you, so that you can actually do a little bit less work. Open your heart to love, and then find that Piscean energy. Find that playfulness. Open up your heart to love. See which ways you can open up your heart to love that allow those around you to feel the most comfortable. And see what those around you are doing that make you comfortable and uncomfortable. Express this. Form these beautiful bonds. You're opening up your heart, but it's to yourself. The Venera Tarot really emphasized finding your sensuality, finding what makes you feel good, what brings pleasure to your life. This can be through, painting. This can be through sex. This can be through playing. This can be through any kind of thing that brings you joy. Maybe that's sitting on the couch and reading a book. We did get a lot of Cancer and Piscean energy, so if your idea of fun is just hanging out, fertility, okay. Anything that you touch is turning to gold right now, so be mindful. But make sure that you're pouring into your own cup first, because no matter what you grow, it won't be there longer, and you won't get to enjoy it longer if you're not there for it. So make sure that you're in a receptive and loving mood. So I'm going to take a look at the Druid Mini Tarot, and I want to see what you're learning. What are you learning on a grand scheme through all of this? Okay, I saw 1303, so it looks like it's like you're creating a new identity for yourself, but one that meshes your physical surroundings with your spiritual self. So like your physical self and your spiritual self are now integrating. You're bringing this around you. Your friends and family, people are learning this. People are cheering for you outside of my door. There's another 13 spirit realm reference. So let's see, we have the Two of Pentacles, making a decision, going back and forth about Knight of Cups, something that was important to you, important to your heart space. This could be a relationship, a job, even just having motivational energy to get something done, or even to listen to those around you. So with Seven of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and Three of Wands, all the hard work that you're putting in is going to pay off. It has been paying off. It's just that things need to go step by step, and you are seeing the beginning of the journey. Even though in the spiritual realm, 13, it seems likely that you and those around you might already see where you're going. And that's why maybe you've been called to be a little extra patient lately. That's okay. But the Seven of Wands is saying, don't worry if there's any kind of strife. Everything is divinely guided, divinely planned for you. You've definitely been working your butt off. And this is a cycle that you've been breaking. You've been learning how to not need to work your butt off, because that's not what we're here to do, unless it's something that you really, really, really want. But at that point, is it worth the strife? Is it worth not truly being there for it? Okay. You're learning how to trust yourself. You're learning how to trust your guides. Not that you didn't before, but that you're showing others that they can trust you too. You're showing others that you're the magician, and they can be too. They can change their mind in an instant. You changed your mind in an instant. Every single second, we are reborn. And it might be scary, and there might be things under the surface that might be uncomfortable when they come out, but at the end of the day, our emotions, our intuition is our true guide. Everything we could ever want to know, we already do. It's inside ourselves. There's so many different ways to translate it and to look at it, but really at the end of the day, you've been on your own path that you put yourself on, whether or not you remember. Those around you are seeing that. Lovers in reverse. This wasn't even really a choice. You came here with a mission, and you've been working on it. You've been doing it. Now, it seems that you just keep creating and creating and creating. You're on this, I'm surprised the wheel hasn't come out yet, but yeah, you've been on a roll. You've just been creating, no matter what. This is very much like pulling the sword out of the stone energy, King Arthur round table, with this Empress. Everything you touch is turning to gold, and so if you're giving that time to friends and family, they will heal. If you're putting that time into your business, it will grow. If you're putting that into your love life, it will expand. But please do be mindful that you need to pour that into yourself, but make sure that you are pouring that energy into something that is productive and an investment. This is talking about investing your energy, not just manifesting. Wow, okay. Anything else? Right out the door. We have linguist and words with weight, Satya. This is all throat chakra. You might be studying languages or meeting somebody who speaks different languages than you. It might be good for you to brush up on any languages that you might have learned, say in high school, and you might have forgotten. Or maybe you want to pick up a new language. Now's a great time to do that. There will be a lot of communication that you might have been lacking on coming towards you, but now that you don't need it anymore, it's going to come in. Make sure that you're being very mindful about your own words as well, because people are coming to you in this time because they see you as someone trustworthy, someone wise, someone kind. So they're going to put a little extra weight in the words that you say, because what you say does mean a lot to them. So just make sure that you're being gentle and loving at this time. Not that you're not that your intentions are not, but just be a little careful about how you might be perceived by somebody who is fragile at this point in time, because it might sneak up on you. What's your moon sign at the bottom of the deck? Again, with this moon card, 808, again, cycles. So you might want to take a look at your moon sign or any currently applying transits or any aspects that are relevant or popping off in your chart at this current time. It might let you know what's going on with your intuition and ways that your mind may or may not be serving you. And since that 8 keeps coming up, I don't know, check your Saturn. You might have some placements, some karma, some things that are being broken. Protection and sex. Okay, and sex magic. This has been coming up again, so in 1818 when I saw this. So there's some kind of cycle that I have a feeling it might have something to do with sex magic, bonding to a certain person, or maybe just some black magic. In general, there's some kind of sacral chakra activity that's been going on around you. I don't feel that it's malintended, but I feel like it might not necessarily be in your best interest, or it might not be with your best interest at heart, but it's not malintended. This feels like an external energy to you, so if you might be extra attractive at this time with the fertile card we got earlier. So if someone's coming up to you a little extra, sexy, just mind your energy. This investment of energy lesson coming up with sex magic is just a reaffirmation of that for you. Finally, we have It's Your Life, write a chapter. An animal is trying to tell you. And when you close your eyes, what do you see? So what is important to you? Where do you want to put your energy? Try making a list, a priority list, of just what you wish you're putting your energy into, what you want your life to look like, not what you feel like you have to. And that's when you start going off through your tasks, and I think you'll find that you're rearranging your life in a way that fit your own priorities, not anyone else's. It's your book, write a chapter. When you close your own eyes, what do you see? Not what are you supposed to see. And if there's an animal, a familiar, a spirit guide, a friend, or just a random little animal hanging out your window, whatever, someone's trying to tell you something, or they're trying to help you process some energy. So pay attention to those signals. Channeling through music, DSL Coda, yet another allusion towards, cycles, repeating. So something, base, negative, this could be feminine. So some kind of unhealed feminine energy coming towards you for a cycle, 4444. You've already broken the cycle, but if it's coming back through one more time, it's just to let you know that your guides love you. And if it comes back in a weird way, remind yourself to be grateful for the situation, even if you don't know yet why you're grateful for it. Trust your intuition before it makes sense, and love yourself before all else. And then love everything else above everything else, because you are everything else, and you're beautiful. And I love you. You should love you. I'm going to leave it there for you today. I really hope you have a really great rest of your day, week, and month, and I hope this sheds some clarity and light on your situation. I love you so much, Group 1, and I'll see you next time. Namaste. Hi there, Group 2. If you selected the Hermetic Tarot, then this is a message from your spirit guides. So, I'm going to take a look at which cards come out first for you. I did already shuffle the deck and do a little energy cleanse. Okay. I am not taking reversals for this one. So we have the Three of Cups along with the High Priestess. Beautiful. Three of Pentacles and Death. Wow. This is beautiful energy, Group 2. So you've been working on building something for a very long time. This had to do with coming out of your shell and speaking your truth in a way that grew your own abundance. With the High Priestess, you were so dedicated to getting this done. You're so dedicated to getting your success in this area, so passionate about it that you were able to enhance your psychic powers through this. You were able to tune into your innermost self, your intuition, and your higher self, along with your angels, guides, and ancestors who have helped lead you where you need to be in order to grow this abundance. You were not alone trying to build this, and you still aren't. Now, you're starting to see this pay off in the material realm. You are needing to put in a little bit more elbow grease, but you are seeing other people start to take an interest in whatever it is you've been trying to build. With this Three of Pentacles, you are really striking. I'm hearing like vision, inspiration into people. Like with this Mars Capricorn energy, how hard you're working and how beautiful you are creating. What you're creating is inspiring so many people around you, and everyone wants a little piece of what you have to offer. With this Death card, I'm feeling that this is somewhat past energy. You are having some kind of rebirth, but when it comes to sharing your energy, not just with other people though, I'm really feeling that this is you trusting the universe above all else. You saw this in the physical realm, and now you're seeing it in the, you saw this in the spiritual realm, and now you're seeing it in the physical realm. And child of the great transformers. Yeah, another allusion here to your ancestral work. You've definitely done some work breaking some family karma, and what you're building, whether you realize it or not, is part of your whole family's soul journey, soul work. You're helping not only break karma, but I'm hearing make a new family image. Not just the way the world sees your line, but the way that your family sees themselves, the way that you see themselves. You are creating something that those around you, your friends and family, are so blessed and honored to know you even, let alone say that they've been a part of your journey. With the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck, this didn't come easy. Five of Cups. There was a lot of loss and a lot of sorrow. You didn't just get where you are today with luck. And your spirit guides see this. Maybe your surroundings don't see this as much. The Four of Pentacles, Six of Cups, okay. Five of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. Wow. So maybe you were keeping what you were building a little close to your chest. You didn't necessarily want to let people in, because when you thought about the past, sure, you maybe enjoyed what you saw, but you were more focused on the future. But maybe you were trying to weave the two together in a way that you were forgetting about building in the present moment. So this may have brought you some material blockages coming in, maybe business, personal relationships, communication, or finances. However, allowing yourself to accept help and allowing yourself to put yourself first, not trying to get rid of this obstacle, has led you and those around you to open up your heart and their heart. King of Cups on top of the Death card, it's absolutely beautiful. This is saying that you are opening up your heart chakra to love, to giving and receiving. And it really seems like you've been giving and giving and giving, just having faith that you would receive. Maybe in the past your surroundings liked to tell you or show you or make you believe that you wouldn't succeed, but now you are. Now you are standing in the literal energy of success, and your heart is open to even to all those that hurt you. This is such beautiful energy, Group 2. You're amazing, and I can see here how far you've grown and how intense the struggles that you've been through have indeed been. However, after the 3 comes the 4. You're the High Priestess energy. After the 3 comes the 5. And after death comes rebirth and love. And you knew this. You had faith in this. That's why you are the one that's been on this journey. Because you are the one that could paint something beautiful with it. That's amazing. I don't know who you are, Group 2, but we should be friends. So, I'm going to take a look at the Ascended Masters Oracle. And I want to see why this came up. You're growing, and you're already in such beautiful energy. I can see here that you're very, very intuitive, very in touch with your emotions and your thought. You're very grounded. Let's see. A little bit of air and fire energy that we're not seeing here, but let's see what else comes up. You have peace offering and work your magic. Okay. This Merkaba is really showing me that you have been traveling different realms. You've been looking for answers within yourself, but maybe the reason I'm not seeing air is because you're not communicating the true depths of where you've been traveling in the magical realm, in your intuition, in your heart. Your High Priestess energy is just coming out as this peace offering to the collective, it seems. You're working your magic, and people are learning what you are and who you are, not because you sat down and told them, but because it's unavoidable. They cannot not see it. At this point, you are focused on building something beautiful, on living a beautiful life, on being peace, on being at peace, on offering peace, being happy and fulfilled, and helping others find that too. I see that you've learned not to stress, and you've learned exactly how to stand in your strength. That card wanted to come out, but I wasn't quite getting it, so there we go. Fertility. Wow. I can see that you are so intuitive. You're so intuitive. You probably traveled to different realms. You probably have such a hoot in the dream realm. Everything you're doing, yoga. Okay, maybe you've been practicing yoga, and it's been really helping you to increase your skills. If not, I could recommend to you to practice yoga. Get your energy out through your physical body, balance your chakras, and also learn some of the philosophy. It's absolutely beautiful. Take a look at the yamas and the niyamas and see the way that we reflect ourselves into the world around us. It's so beautiful. Oh, Find the blessing in your current situation and listen in reverse. Okay. So, you did experience a bit of a physical blockage. I see that all of your energy is abundant, but you're looking for prosperity. There's something that you're not listening to about work your magic and fertility. Finding the blessing in your current situation. This is what you're not listening to. Everything is perfect. Everything is perfectly aligned. Don't feel like you're here to help other people. You got Krishna. That's amazing. Let's see. Right. With Thoth. It's really important for you to set your, not just your eyes, set your mind eye on what it is you truly want on a soul level. What it is you're experiencing, especially if you're having intuitive dreams, psychic downloads, channeled messages, or connecting with any ancestors, guides, angels, anyone, even with your higher self. Just write, see what comes out. Try some automatic writing. It can be great for healing your inner child. It can be great for connecting with deities, such as Thoth or Krishna. And it'll help you find peace. Because it seems like there's an aspect of peace that you are just on the brink of, that you feel, but you're having a hard time settling fully in it. And you're aware of the blessings in your current situation. You are grateful, but I think you need to tell your story more. I think that's why maybe you're not feeling as passionate as you could be about where you're at. So, work on more communication, and you'll find more passion. Because it's not the rest of your energy. It's not your intuition or your emotions. You're emotionally balanced. You're intuitive. You know what to do. You're grounding the energy, and you're getting yourself to work. You're helping others do the same. But what you're learning, okay, I'm hearing don't take reverse, is the Hunter. 9 energy. Duality. You had to see 2 different aspects of a situation in order to go where you were meant to be, because you're a leader, but you were raised perhaps like prey, or you get treated like prey, but you are in fact a predator. But with power comes responsibility. You are magical. You are peaceful. You are the high priestess. And you're constantly rebirthing yourself. You look for blessings. You say Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. You write. You invoke who and what energy you need to invoke. But in order to stand in your power, maybe you need to communicate things that are maybe a little rough. Indian cross. Get some healing done. Take a look at your upper realm, your lower realm, the earth realm. See the way that your elements are balanced. Try more divination. Maybe try seeing some kind of traditional medicine doctor. You can look into traditional Chinese medicine, indigenous tribal medicine, herbology, crystals. But there's something about earth healing, or healing the earth, quite literally, where there's just a message you need to get out there that maybe your surroundings are not a safe outlet for. So write, even if you don't know who it's going to. The serpent and the owl in reverse, but I'm not taking reversals. Why? Because you wanted to not listen, but you can't not listen because you're so awakened. You already know. There's nothing that you don't know. It's just the way that you feel. But your emotions are in check. You're just accepting mundanity. You can definitely raise your vibration further. Not that you're not the high priestess, not that you're not the owl, but that there's always more growing. See, this 39 is a perfect explanation. It reflects the past and the future, the creation and the prosperity. Yeah, if there is anything in your environment that you're not sure of, try to take further note. Write down when you feel like you're getting stuck. The exact moment, what is going on when you feel this energy just start to creep up. And maybe it's not a word, maybe it's not a person, maybe it's not a thing, maybe it's a smell or a cup or a color, or maybe it is a person or a particular word. Try to write down these little things that make your energy uncomfortable or stuck, or any way that makes you go, aha. Become more aware of these aha moments in yourself and continue to work your magic, because you are a healer. You are a very abundant healer with a strong intuition, and you already have the knowledge. You already have the tools. What you're learning, I think, is that you already have the tools for yourself. Not that, I think you knew that you had these tools for other people, but look in the mirror and use them for yourself. Find the blessing in your current situation, because there's abundance all around you. You are the abundance. You have healed, so you're able to heal others. That's this magic. You have this ancient wisdom. You have this connectivity. This peace offering. Don't be afraid to stand in your power, because any snakes that are around you are going to get stomped. And in fact, they're not just going to get stomped. You're going to raise their vibration with love and light, because you are a peace offering. Oh, it's my bloodstone wanting to say hi. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to pull some from the Druid Tarot, my little mini version. I want to see if there's anything else you need to know. Okay, you've had your eye on something, some kind of opportunity, situation, whatever this may be, and you're kind of weighing out the worth of it in your mind. There's that Death card again. You're not necessarily sure why. I think you're trying to do the healing work on a situation, and you keep trying to come at it from different reasons, trying to logistify why it's coming up, trying to process it, trying to get in there and transmute it and heal it and let it go away. But I think that that's not the purpose. I think that the purpose is for you to recognize that you found something special, and that sometimes that's enough, and sometimes that is the whole purpose. Sometimes it doesn't need to be anything more or less than that. Doesn't need to be a big deal, doesn't need to be a small deal. Sometimes 5 goes to 6 and then 6 goes to 7. And there's no use beating yourself up along the way. Wow. Actually, I feel more called to take a look at these. I think you could use a couple extra blues for you today. I want to see if there's anything else that wants to come up from your spirit guides about my lovely, lovely group 2 friends here. Pull from the top, you got it. Your process is your own. Hashtag unique. The hashtag could be standing out. Maybe you've been using a new hashtag if you're a content creator and you're unsure about it, but it really speaks about who you are. Continue to use it. I have a feeling it's going to pick up. That is very random and probably only relevant for a small handful of you, but your process is your own, like the card says. Don't stifle your creative vision, but also don't dumb down yourself. Don't trim your words to fit the understanding and expectations of others. Be yourself. Make your own art. Make your own content. Be absolutely yourself. What's your moon sign at the bottom of the deck? Yeah, you might want to check your moon sign, but I actually feel more with this particular energy. Take a look at the lunar cycles. Obviously, whether or not the moon is exalted in your chart and the current aspects are going to have an effect. However, take a look at the actual lunar phases, because when the moon is full, we are filled with energy. When the moon is new, we are releasing energy. So when it's waxing, we're increasing energy. When it's waning, we're decreasing energy. If you take note of this and you observe this, let alone taking a look at what sign it is, holy moly, so much information right there. We can use that to predict when our energy is going to be the most and the least usable. Essentially, your process is your own, but you're a magical being. You know more than you're saying, and you know more than you're doing. So don't be afraid to sprinkle it in there, because somebody will catch on. Words with weight, Satya. We got this in the last pile. So if you resonated with one, check that out. If you didn't, whatever. Satya, words with weight. Yoga did come out. So, Satya, think about your truth. What is your truth? Speak your truth. Don't speak the truth that other people have created for you. if other people have a false narrative about what you are, or they have any narrative at all about what you are, I mean, allow it, don't allow it. Don't allow it to affect your energy. And know that that doesn't have to become your own mantra or your own narrative. You are in your own power, and if that is triggering or uncomfortable for those around you, then, well, keep doing it, because it seems like you're honestly just taking any uncomfortable energy and transmuting it at this point. You're not even cutting people out anymore. You're fixing the problem. You're so good. Look at the space ether, Akash. You're like going up in their Akashic records. You're like doing the energy healing here. I don't know if you're a Reiki practitioner, energy transmuter, creator, look at that. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. North Node. Okay, check out your North Node. Check out your moon sign. You might have some placements that have to do with intuition, that have to do with healing. You might see some extra little psychic gifts up in there if you're checking it out. Your North Node lets you know what you are meant to grow into in this life. I am seeing like this little daisy that I drew. I don't know why it's standing out to me, but maybe daisies are important. Or maybe flowers, earth element. You can check that out. Yeah, check out your North Node and remind yourself that you are, period. You are. You are perfect. You are beautiful. You are intelligent. You are amazing. You are everything you want to be and nothing that you don't, and that is it. I'm going to pull just a few more final cards for you, Group 2. I love you. I love this energy. I think everything you are and everything that you're doing is amazing and perfect, just like you are. And yeah, I think you just need to keep doing what you're doing, and don't be afraid to shine a little harder, because I know that you can. Don't forget to be yourself. It's like you can shine even harder than you are, and how hard you're shining right now is intimidating those around you. Don't allow that to dull yourself. Don't forget to be yourself. An animal is trying to tell you. We got this in the last pile too. If there's like some weird spiffs around you, and you notice like an animal, like maybe there's a crow outside, you say something that's kind of like, maybe you like, you know, get someone with your words, you know, and the crow goes, ah, ha, ha. It's probably literally that. Or if you're upset and your pet tries to comfort you, they know you're upset. Try to listen to what they're saying. If you are a Reiki practitioner, try working on your animal healing. Check out the animal chakras. You could check out maybe their brachial chakra, do a little bit of exploration with that. That is a chakra that we are not known to have as humans, but it is an extra connectivity chakra. So maybe learning a little bit about that could help you expand your worldview a little bit, or give you something that I'm missing in this reading. Fingertips and toes. Check your circulation. Make sure you're drinking enough water. If you work and you're sitting down a lot, make sure you're getting up, stretching, shaking out your fingers, shaking out your toes. Also, this is a reminder to focus on the little details. Sometimes those little details can make it or break it, so make sure that you're putting all your love into everything that you do. If you don't have all your love to do it, it's not worth doing. Rather rest, right? But give that extra love to your life, give that extra love to yourself. Keep doing what you're doing, because you are literally amazing. And please, 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 write. Thoth is also Mercury, so check your Mercury placement. A lot of astrology coming out in this too. Mercury, Moon, North Node. Please check it out. I hope this shed some light on your situation, Group 2. I love you so much. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and journey through the cosmos. And I hope this sheds some light and clarity on your situation. Namaste. Hey there, Group 3. If you picked the Tarot of Sexual Magic, then this reading is for you. Today we're going to be taking a look at a message from your spirit guides. I'm going to look at your situation, why this came up, what you're learning, and then see if there's anything else that wants to come up. Okay. Wow, okay. I really feel like some pain in my throat all of a sudden. Okay, 6 of Cups, 9 of Wands, and 10 of Wands. Okay, so there's a really difficult situation that took you a little bit to get over. You've been thinking about the past, and I really almost felt like I was going to choke, so maybe you felt like choked up about a situation that made you sad. 69, there's a reference to Cancer, energy, home, maternal, nurturing, staying at home, keeping things to yourself, ruled by the moon, nurturing, I said that already, empathic. Okay, so there's some kind of like emotional, empathic thing that you have been thinking about a lot. It's been something you aren't really talking about, it seems like, to others. Your guard is up, and it's just something that was a little difficult to get over. But you're doing it, and you did do it, and it's over now with the 10. All right. So, this card keeps trying to come out, but hasn't quite yet. So, it's like you don't want to talk about this. You or someone else or whatever, some energy doesn't want this reading to be received by someone. Put it to the right. Oh, I have a feeling this one's going to be packed and loaded for you. Oh, we got 10-10. Yeah, definitely. You are ending cycles. You are dropping on your burdens. You're finding what it is that you want. And you're being authentic with yourself. And if your emotions are ebbing and flowing, we got the moon, Cancer energy. What did I just say? 10-10. So definitely there's some hidden aspect to your feelings or yourself that has been trying to just at least get released or communicated in some way, shape, or form. Like, you didn't have to heal this by yourself, but it looks like maybe you did. We have the Knave of Chalices at the bottom of the deck. So this definitely had to do with a false start, perhaps, in an emotional situation. Something that had to do with your home life, making your home life comfortable, or making you feel at home. Something shaky regards to your home life. For clarification, we have the Knight of Cups. I'm not taking reversals for you today, Group 3. Not right now. We're taking the Knight of Cups, the 5 of Swords, and the King of Cups. Along that, we have Judgment and the 5 of Wands. So, yeah, there was something that either felt really magnetized towards you, or you felt really magnetized towards it, potentially both, with this Knight of Cups energy here. So, at the end of the day, the situation didn't really work out. It ended up changing in a way that was really challenging for you and caused you to put your guard up. However, when you go back into your heart space, you try to heal the pain from this, it seems like the situation is still there. So now, you're trying to decide with Judgment why you are experiencing all this hurt in the first place. With the Moon, it's like there's something left unknown, but is it unknown to you? You're trying to decide if there's an unknown factor to yourself. It seems like there's something that you're seeing, perhaps with your intuition, that just doesn't, clarification. There's something that you're seeing with your intuition that's not lining up with your 3D. 55, there is a change that would need to occur in your surroundings in relating to your communication and your thoughts and your passion. So, yeah, maybe you're rationalizing yourself out of something that you're passionate about, but at the same time, you are working to build your home life, your own stability, your own emotional self. You're working on your intuition and your emotional maturity, and you're really wondering what that missing piece is. Why is it that it's hurting you so bad? I mean, it seems like you're over the situation, but there's like a soul wound in there that you're having a hard time getting to. It's a little bit deeper, the Chariot. Something that you're moving towards quickly, and it's something that is meant for you, but you, 3 of Pentacles, maybe you don't want to build it alone, or you're needing to build it alone, or you're having a hard time bringing other people into the project for whatever reason. So maybe this is about trusting people. Oh, that seemed like it had something to say. Ace of Cups and 4 of Swords. Okay, yeah. So this does seem like it's about trusting people, about letting someone into your heart. There's something that's going to make you really happy in the future, but you need to be able to accept it when it shows up. So you might need to be taking this time to heal a little bit, even though you might seem like 2 of Wands energy, like, why are you healing? Can't you just get on with it? Whatever's coming next, why do you feel so stuck? Can you just, like, skip forward this part and have the next energy? Well, the answer is no, because you need to fully appreciate the energy that's coming in. You will get it, but your healed higher self wants your healed higher self to enjoy it, not to push something away out of rejection or trauma or pain. So this is really interesting energy. I'd like to see why this came up for you, group 3. On a deep soul level, not, he said, she said. Try to avoid all that on my channel here. But, the cards want what the cards want. We have purification with white Tara. Definitely releasing some energetic residue in there. Detach from drama, Pallas Athena. Ooh, back in that heart space again. There we go. And that motherly energy again. Cancer. Purify, detach from drama. Open your heart to love and yoga. Practice yoga. Or study yoga philosophy or Ayurveda or whatever that is about this that calls to you. It could be the purple that you need to connect with your crown chakra. Detach. Oh, okay. Detach from drama, yoga, detachment, purifying, opening your heart. So it seems like maybe you've recently had a spiritual upgrade, a new ascension. And at this point, you're feeling like there's a little bit of residue left in there. What else can I say? You need to open up. You've been opening up your heart. You've already been doing the work to do this, and it's been blocking your prosperity with Lakshmi. Try saying mantras or praying to Lakshmi every day for a week, every day for a month, even every day for a year. And see what this does for your prosperity, for your heart chakra, for your motivation, and for your understanding. It will help you ground this heart energy and ascend this heart energy. So it will help you to balance, but also to feel more comfortable. And you might feel like you have a little more wiggle room in your life just to enjoy it as well. I'm also seeing this little elephant, remover of obstacles, and the lotus, bringing us prosperity and enlightenment. So this really came up because instead of trying to fix your energy for your surroundings, it seems like you need to just detach from the drama and love. There's maybe a situation where you had unconditional love for the situation deeper than you knew. Now you are re-exploring that for yourself. The hummingbird. You're learning how to be flexible. You've experienced the good and the bad of everything and everything in between. Now you're not just moving up and down side to side, you're going diagonally in circles, and you're manifesting, you're creating something absolutely beautiful. You're definitely receiving messages from spirit at this time, and these things are being grounded too. Your environment can see that you're growing spiritually. And you are the luminous warrior with number 32. You're creating the perfect balance within yourself. You are checking the astrological transits. You are overcoming all your challenges, and you're standing true in your power, allowing yourself to be flexible and strong. You're metal and water. With the sacrifice, 44. Okay, it seems like maybe you've had to deal with a little bit of extra karma for your ancestors, your generation, for just the collective in general. But this is because you could handle it. You were guided and protected and watched this entire way, and no, you are not a sacrifice just because you've needed to make sacrifices in order to stay afloat or to help other people or to work on your soul mission. You are not a sacrifice. It is just that your abundance is so vast that the lack that you needed to experience needed to be equal. I know that that's a difficult one to walk through, but your flexibility and your strength, your fortitude, have been what allow you to be so beautifully intuitive, so in tune, so detached, so purified, so magical. This is what makes you beautiful. With the giveaway in reverse, I can definitely see here, group 3, that you've definitely not had anything given to you. And maybe you didn't feel like you had a pack. Maybe you had to break all these cycles alone, and even so your surroundings could have been asking you to fall into bad habits, or apart from that, even just encouraging bad behavior. But with the owl, you know better. You looked to the past, you saw your mistakes, you grew from the future, and the thunder, you changed like this. You rumbled throughout the entire sky. Everybody knew as soon as you changed. Not because you made it known, but because it was unavoidable. The change in your energy became so vast. You became so magnetizing, so beautiful, so purified, that you became a beacon of light for others. And now all these little mosquitoes, they're running towards your light. because they heard the boom of your thunder, your wise, ancient, beautiful thunder. You've walked through all of this just so that you can come out on the other side to show people that there is another side. So don't get down on yourself and feel like you're in a standstill. If you ever feel like you've had an exceptionally difficult life, because this is confirmation that you have, and that it was for a reason, as difficult as that might be sometimes. The mystical shaman, you are a healer. You've healed yourself, you've mastered your craft, and you've realized that this is your soul mission. Through your unique path, Group 3, you are exploring new ways to heal yourself and others, and you're creating a new type of prosperity for yourself and showing others how to also achieve this through a healed state. Again, I am being drawn towards the 8 limbs of yoga, so you could take a look at that and maybe meditate on each one, see how this is going for you. 3, 8, 38, so maybe try meditating on each of the 8 limbs, each of the Ashtanga limbs of yoga 3 times, and see if this will help you bring more clarification and centeredness into your life, into these situations that are now healed. What to put inside of this is beautiful light. So this might be a beautiful new direction for you. I'm going to take a look at the Druid Tarot, my mini deck here, and see if there's anything else that your spirit guides want you to know, other than to focus on yourself, keep going, and purify your energy. Oops. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Okay. 10, Knight, and 4. All pentacular energy. Pentacle. Pentacles energy. So I can see here that now that you've ended a cycle, you are halfway there, and there are opportunities around you. There are so many that are about to come, they're continuing to come, and they're all around you. But what you really need to see is which one is exactly right for you. And don't feel afraid to try more than one at a time, because you need to see what's exactly a right fit for you, not what's a right fit for your surroundings in this circumstance, because only from there can you create beautiful surroundings to you and this flow of prosperity with Lakshmi. I do recommend perhaps praying to Lakshmi. She likes 108, so you could try Lakshmi mantra 108 times, and also the Ashtangas 3 times. Okay, so you do have the Chariot at the bottom of the deck, so you're moving forward. You're seeing the slow action, and definitely slow and steady wins the race here, but what wanted to come out was the 6 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, there's something, you feel like you haven't struck gold yet, but you're about to. It's really this constancy that's going to lead you to striking gold. But 4-6, it's reminding you to maintain stability, but also remember that you're not alone. You haven't been. And to see where in the past people have verbally expressed, communicated their support for you. These are going to be the people that are actually there for you, which is interesting. I'm being called to the beginning of the reading where you got the 6 of Cups. So thinking about the past, there's someone, something, or someone that's trying to pop up in your reading here that's going to help you realize perhaps when you've struck gold, or will help just nudge you in the right direction. So keep a look out for that. I saw 3:33 on the recording time as I was saying this, and you have the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. And so that's absolute confirmation for me. And your spirit guides, is there anything else you need to know? Okay. The Empress, you are creating, you are so fertile at this time. However, particularly on this card, she is a little bit worn out. She might be tired, she might be overthinking a bit. I'm really feeling called to her feet. Make sure that you're doing grounding work, but apart from that, try taking a foot bath, like a salt foot bath. try to release your energy out your feet. There might be some stagnant chi or energy in your legs that could be resolved by maybe a morning exercise routine and a nighttime foot or leg bath. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're exactly where you want to be. Now you need to make it comfortable. And from there, you're ready to go. Ace of Swords. Yeah, so there's some clarity that it's like you have, but you don't have. It's like you have it, but you're not comfortable with it. 4:44 on the recording time. I had to restart your reading. However, this is letting me know that there's clarity that you already have, but yeah, you're just trusting it. This has to do with a decision, the Lovers. Again, whatever this is that's relating to your heart, your soul journey, your soul path. Confirmation from the lovely dog neighbors next door. 10 of Pentacles once again wants to come out, so I'm just going to pop it out for you. I'm reading this as future, so we have 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, we have the Tower, and we have, this is 19, which is the Sun. Perfect. So, yeah, it seems like there is some kind of construct around you that needs to fall in order for you to get exactly what you want, because it's already here in the moment. So this has to do with your thoughts and the communication, for sure. Especially with this, having the Wheel and the Sun on top of everything, this is really beautiful. And if there's something that you really want to go towards, and maybe you start and then stop, or start and put a delay, or maybe you're a little bit unsure about it, this is confirmation that you should go for it. Just give it a try, because this flow of prosperity is yours at this current time, and this energy is going to go wherever you personally direct it. So if there's something that you wanted to start for a while, or something that you feel really called about, something you haven't done in a while, whatever this is, close your eyes, ask Lakshmi, ask your higher self, ask whoever, whatever is in your comfort zone and resonates with you for help, because people and beings and deities are here to help you and guide you, if not physically, energetically. So before I pull some more oracles, I'd like to give you a little bit more clarification on this. So we have 10-10 for the second time in your reading. 10-10-10-10. So absolutely, yes, completing cycles, but this is full happiness. It's like you got all the 10s in the deck. You're going to feel completed, and you're going to feel complete, is what I'm hearing. Knight of Swords. This is going to happen really fast. And with the Knight of Pentacles and 9 of Pentacles, yeah, so you're already at Knight of Pentacles. You are perfectly happy, perfectly content, but, you know, you are looking for some prosperity as opposed to abundance. You're looking for a little bit more. This is coming in fast because you've already completed this cycle. And the 4 to the 4, again, 4-4, we have 10-10, 4-4, and 6-19, 6-1-9, which is 6-9. You could resonate with 609 area code, which is over here by me in San Diego, or 69 energy, which is Cancer, the crab, the little claws, and duality as a whole. So, and the present future as well. Actualization and mastery. That dynamic. Ooh, this card really wants to come out. The 5 of Swords. Alright. If you're feeling like it's been a bit of a journey, maybe mentally or energetically, it's okay to take a break, because anything in your surroundings, I'm really hearing, are trying to persecute you. If there's anyone or anything around you that's trying to persecute you, this energy does not serve you. There is a lot of energy around you that is trying to celebrate you with the 3 of Cups. And this is exactly what you're manifesting, what you're welcoming in. But do be aware that with this comes jealousy. When people celebrate you, there are going to be others that are jealous. There are going to be others that want to knock you down. There are going to be others that come in just as quickly as your blessings do, because they notice that you're blessed. So make sure you're doing an energy check on you and those around you. Make sure you're holding your energetic boundaries a little bit extra strong at this time. And yeah, just try to be hyper aware in that department. Another 3 card, 3 of Wands, and the 7 of Swords. Yeah, it's like you're being initiated into this group, into your soul family. 33, now that you're a master. 3-3-4, you're a master, you're moving on into a more stable, beautiful place. 7-5-6, this is something that's absolutely divinely guided for you. This is going to be some kind of relationship that helps you get closer to yourself and your craft and your higher self. And this is going to be a change that before didn't seem comfortable, but it's not going to, honestly, it's going to be welcomed for you at this point in time, because you're no longer looking into the past with anything but gratitude. So you're going to be able to see, when it comes back around, finally, the light at the end of the tunnel I'm hearing, or this sword in the stone vibe, your aha moment, your little gold nugget. Beautiful. So taking a look at, these oracles. Tranquility, easy silence came out along with Creator Am. So remember that you create your own reality, and sometimes you just need to meditate, because our answers, our knowledge, our wisdom, our feelings, our thoughts, everything are exactly within you. Try to find silence. Find beauty in silence. Maybe you've been listening to others around you a lot lately, and maybe you just need to find some solitude. Try to find your inner tranquility. It seems like you are deeply sinking into this place, and you've worked hard for it. It's authentic. And animal communication at the bottom of the deck. This has come out in some way, shape, or form in every pile. So there are definitely animal guides, maybe, that are sending you messages that are around you, physical animals in your vicinity, in your neighborhood, in your house. So look out for communication from animals. This could also be a spiritual gift that you have or are coming into telepathy with animals. Ooh, clear abilities. Here we go. Okay. I'll take out animal communication. So you're definitely coming into more clear abilities at this time. The more aware you are becoming of it, the more you can see into your future. At this point in time, you feel that you can hear what's going on, but you're looking to see it in the physical. Again, a little redundant because you already know what's going on, but it's like it's so close, you can taste it, you can smell it, you know? It's right here. Also, someone with the name Claire, check out, not sponsored, but the channel Lumiere. There's a beautiful psychic named Claire who absolutely has amazing messages, so she might be able to help you out. Claire's abilities might be able to help you out. Super not relevant, but that's definitely for somebody out there. You know, spread the love, spread the message. We're just trying to get you what you need here. You're definitely coming into your abilities and your intuition, but these aren't going to come when there's noise all around you. So make sure that you're manifesting tranquility along with celebration. There are going to be a lot more people around you at this time, and when these opportunities come up, definitely go for it. But make sure that you're staying balanced and finding pleasure in your life. Also, if you're feeling that you're lacking energy, I'm being drawn to hot and the chili pepper here, so you could always try adding some cayenne or ginger or something a little bit spicy to your diet that will help wake you up, and also citrus. If you take this in the morning time, it will help you have more energy throughout the day. Take it at nighttime, it might upset your digestion a little bit, so just be careful with that. The bottom of the deck, okay, another reference to Tantra, so try to find more pleasure in the world around you. Try to find more pleasure in yourself, in your art, in what you're doing, and in the cosmos. Try to perhaps meditate in a tantric way. Try to find pleasure in meditation. Try to find pleasure in tranquility, easy silence. Last but not least, when you close your eyes, what do you see? Yet another synchronistic reading for you, Group 3. When you close your eyes, what do you see? What do you want? What do you see for your future? What messages are trying to come through for you? There are so many in the present moment, and you might feel overwhelmed, but that's because Lakshmi is trying to tell you to just go for it. Go for it and just take what you want. This is the time for you to receive. Of course, things might be a little bit, again, I'm being drawn to like this spiciness, and the swords energy that's been coming up a lot. So watch out for sharp words being exchanged at this time, but that's because your energy right now is very high, and the energy of maybe some of those around you are lower. So you're using this energy, others might be a little bit triggered about it. Also, if you're in, like, on the move, continually going, you might just say something quick, sharp, to the point, not think about it. So this might be another time to take a beat before you say anything, check with your intuition, and speak from there. Try to speak from your intuition rather than your heart at this time, and connect more with your sacral chakra. Trying to find the connectivity between sacral and pineal chakras, third eye, could be very beneficial for you at this time as well. I'm going to leave your reading here today. I love you so much, and I really hope this helped shed some light on your some light and clarity on your situation. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, week, month, year, and span of lifetimes, and namaste.